and good night, Miss Bernard. Welcome.
Good night.
How are
Welcome.
you?
I'm good, thanks. Very
That's
good.
wonderful. Hi, Cleo.
Hi, welcome everyone. It's Friday. It's every Friday we come on here to inspire, invigorate, elevate, motivate, and to just uplift someone. It's quarantine time, it's COVID time, so most people are locked in, and we just want to say for those of you who are just joining us, share, tell a friend, tell another friend if you care. As you know, each week we come on here and we bring to you special guests who they have a story to tell. Guys, I'm getting a feedback. All right. So, as I've always said, have you ever been at a point where you felt like you were about to give up? Have you been in a situation where you've lost all hope, feel like you're getting nowhere, and you feel left alone, all alone? What an inspiration can do to move you from that path. Who will inspire you? We often don't know. Inspiration comes from people, from diverse experiences, from the lowest to the greatest of them all, right? I'm sure some of you can actually relate. And an inspiration can be in our story, right? So here at Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring, we seek to bring guests each week, like I said, who has a story to inspire, a story when told, it may reflect something that you've been through or some place that you've been before in your life, or somebody who has been there or who the story can help. All right. So each week, it's right here, 8:15 p.m. And just to let you know that this week's edition on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring is brought to you by Waves 96.3 FM. Where them there? Right at Jacksonville. Right in St. Mary, Jamaica. Okay, so tune into them. You will be hearing us live on their radio station very soon. They're making waves in St. Mary and beyond. So Jacks River, St. Mary, Waves 96.3 FM. And don't forget, we also have our sponsor, Mr. Danny McFarlane, OD. So Mrs. Marva Bernard OD, how are you this evening? Welcome.
I'm good.
Awesome. So what's going on in Jamaica right now?
Oh gosh, we're challenging times. Just heard about another cutback of flights to Jamaica, Canada, cutting back flights. So there's a challenge with tourism, and it's not an easy time for us here, but we're resilient, and hopefully we will get through this pandemic.
Okay.
Sports is affected, some businesses are affected, people are getting depressed, but it gives us an opportunity to pivot and reset and rewind and make the best of what we have with COVID here.
Yeah, that's what we have to do because it's not gonna get any better right now. But do you have like a fan or something in the background? Because we're getting a
Yes, I do. Let me turn it off.
Okay, thank you.
The mic is very sensitive. It's better now?
Yes, very much.
Good.
Thank you so much.
Good.
So again, for those of you who are joining us this evening, we welcome you. And for our first time, to let you know we're all conquerors here because your concern concerns us. Together we conquer. So I just want to shout out Lorna the Angel, the Queen in England, Bristol. She is a producer. Miles Ahead Entertainment UK. Thank you for joining us. And we also have Shana K. Palmer from Jamaica as well. Good evening, my dear. Thank you for joining us. And Danielle, thank you for joining. And our co-host, Angela, what's going on in Illinois?
Expecting a snowstorm, so we bearing ourselves. Yes, Miss Bernard, for that snowstorm coming. But it's cold. Wish I was in Jamaica where you at right now, enjoying the warm sunshine, and in Florida with my sister Cleo enjoying the sunshine. But it's Chicago for you. It's called the Windy City. So I'm here, and I appreciate you, Miss Bernard, for coming on tonight and for gracing our presence. And
Oh.
and my sister Cleo, who is always always on top of things and keeping it going. So we appreciate you tonight for coming on our show.
My sister
And
lives in
you're
Chicago, in
welcome.
Chicago, you know.
Huh?
I have a sister and some beautiful nieces and a nephew living in Chicago.
We're in Chicago.
I have absolutely no idea exactly where, but I know they've been in Chicago forever.
Oh, yeah,
Yes,
it's cold
yes,
here, so I'm sure
yes,
they tell
yes,
you about it.
yes.
And to our viewers tonight, sit back, enjoy, and relax and watch the show.
All right, guys, with that being said, we're going to take a quick break and we will be right back.
It's my burning desire to inspire the broken at heart, those who feel left by the wayside, with an aim to uplift their quality of living to go harder, beat the odds. Many are feeling like a coward based on lack of resources, guidance, past rejections, but I'm here to tell y'all I am a coward who conquers. Your concern concerns me. Together we conquer. Here at Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring, we seek to bring guests each week who has a story to inspire, a story when told. It may reflect something that you've been through, or some places you've been in your life, or somebody you know who with this story can help. I am inviting you all to join me every Friday at 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We seek to inspire with the hope of uplifting, because you don't want to stay in that valley experience. What time? 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on Fridays, where Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring, you know, on the gram, you know, on the book, you know, on the tube.
Okay, guys, so welcome back. And it's yours truly, the Queen Cleopatra, presenting to you today. Thank you so much for staying with us and continue. We will, as you know, we have a new thing. It's Talk Your Mind Fridays. All right. So chat about, that's what we're here about today. So you'll be hearing from Mrs. Marva Bernard, OD, through the hoop with her. If you've never known her before, tonight you're going to know who she is. All right. So Mrs. Bernard is no stranger to netball, and I realized that she's also a finance person like myself. I love figures. So she's going to tell us some story tonight to inspire us.
I I don't know.
Oh, yes.
Okay, I'll answer any question you ask me.
Yeah,
If I
this is
can't,
from
I leave it alone and go to the keeper, as my friend said. When you don't want to answer, so let that ball go to the keeper. So let's hope you don't throw so many.
There you go. Through the hoop. Let it go. Let
Right.
it go.
Let it go
So
to the keeper.
exactly. So, I like your humor, Mrs. Bernard. So I just want our audience to know who you are, your contribution to netball, and in particular, the administrative area of finance and team management. What team management spans over 40 years, and your entire life actually revolves around netball, and your most significant impact is on the lives of the girls you encounter, our sunshine girls. Yes, sunshine girls, and the various squads and teams that you've been a part of. And you believe that netball associations, are there not only to develop the girls or the game, but to improve the lives of the players educationally, socially, and economically. All right. So you believe that this is manifested by the numerous players who have benefited from netball. So, Mrs. Bernard, where does Marva hail from?
I was born in Panama, I came to Jamaica when I was 3 months. My father was building the canal in Panama. And I think my mother was born there also. So I was born over there, and daddy came back to Jamaica and mama when I was 3 months, and I've been here ever since. So I'm really a naturalized Jamaican. My husband made me through if I could, because I had a Jamaican passport first.
Really?
And then, yeah, I guess after 9/11, they began to want you to have regular papers. So you just couldn't go and get a passport like that.
Right.
But yeah, so I'm a Jamaican in my heart, and I am.
So you
Don't
can
know nowhere else.
cut two Spanish pound with this evening.
Nada. I used to love Spanish when I was going to high school, and the Cubans were here. And I went to Excelsior, and we used to have a Spanish teacher who made the language so attractive for us. But I didn't pursue it, and I regret now because we have Argentina as one of our members, and we are moving into South America. And I do wish I could speak with them much more fluently, but my Spanish is poco poco, little little.
Okay, poco poco. I myself habla español poco poco myself.
Yeah, I understand that. Yes, I remember that. I remember those words. Yes.
Right. So,
Yes.
I said a little bit about you, but you're a big deal, I want the people to know, so you're a big deal, and we're talking about the KFC 21 pieces, not no regular small order. Yeah, you're a big deal because you, like I said, you've been involved in netball for many, many, many years. You were also the president of the Jamaica Netball Association for about a decade. And
Yes.
also now, big deal, president of Afna. Now, what is Afna? Tell us what is Afna.
AFNA is the America's Federation of Netball Associations, and INF has 5 international federation has 5 regions. So the Americas is AFNA, and AFNA is North America, which includes Canada, South America, Central America, and the Caribbean. So we are, I think, the biggest of all the regions of the International Netball Federation. So we are the Americas. And I always try to remind people that we are not the Caribbean Association. I'm not the president for the Caribbean only. I have members and countries in South America and in North America, and they get really antsy, as they should, if
Right.
we forget that they're a part of the Americas region. So I am the president for the Americas region.
You see, big deal. Ain't no squab around here. But,
Yeah, Patrick.
It's amazing.
I'm just a big woman doing a huge job. It's not me. It is the people and the support that I've gotten over the years to
right.
make me seem like a big deal. I'm only one person doing what I'm the face most times of the things that of what is being done, but there's a whole team of people that help me to propel and be the face. So I say I'm the face, but
Yes.
there's a whole body of people doing work to make me look good.
Okay. Well, you're doing a great job because guess what? If you weren't doing something that was good, you would not be involved for so many years and they wouldn't want you back, right? Would you agree?
Maybe they can't find anybody else to do the work.
Woman,
No, but
Miss
I
Steve,
I I I can't. I love the game. And I try to tell all the little floppy divas like me, all the people who, no, in your neck of the woods, people don't speak about weight and they think it's an unmentionable word. But let me tell you something. I've never been able to get a game, but I wanted to stay in the game. I wanted to stay in the game more so when I got to Air Jamaica and my friends were playing.
right.
And since I couldn't keep my position on the court, I eventually found a position off court. I tell the story ad nauseum that nobody wanted, which was to manage. And I really wasn't managing them. I was managing the oranges that we used to give at halftime. I was managing getting the uniforms. I was managing the transportation and making all the decisions while I was at Air Jamaica. And Air Jamaica was the best place in the world to work when we were there.
Right.
So the friendships that we formed over 50 years still exist today. We're all here today. And it is because of that early exposure to team management and what it required that helped me to make such a significant contribution to the lives of who I know call my lovelies. That's how I describe them. They're my lovelies.
So you're loving
Unashamedly.
conquerors.
I used to be inhibited when I left Netball Jamaica, and I'm being very honest. I felt that I should they were to leave that part of my life. I was to separate myself from them, but it just didn't work that way because, like, how do you separate yourself from family? People who have, friends who have become family, mentees who have become family. So
Right.
I just said, they're my family. And so we have maintained a relationship, a loving relationship. I'm still there for them. If they need to talk to somebody, they need somebody to do something or just to reason with, I'm there and I will always be there until I'm not here.
It
And
wasn't meant.
go ahead,
It
Angie.
it wasn't meant to be. You were meant to be there. So it's not that you didn't want to be there. God placed you there for a reason.
Yeah, I thought, yeah, and let me tell you, I have a friend in the States, Kunkel. He posted a picture of his first world championship today in 1996, I think it was, and that was my first tour. I took a rambunctious set of girls to Canada. First time Jamaica was entering World Youth. And they're all in my life today who are still here. Most all of them are still in my life today. And I have watched them grow into adults and mothers and career women. And let me tell you something. The people, let's say people don't leave. Like, what is it again? Memories are here and
Memories
the
don't
people
live like people
like
do.
people do.
Yes.
Some of them go, but by and large, most of them are here, and they are here in my
Yes.
heart and in my physical life to this day.
How the song go again? Memories don't live like people do. They
Okay.
tend to take away.
No,
That song.
Angie,
I know the
Angie,
song, Miss
Angie, little crack,
Bernard.
a little Lenny, and put us on rub off for you last week.
No, but that was my experience, my first experience in caring for these young girls, and I actually really did feel like mother hen with them,
That's
Wow.
nice.
because it was the first time all of them were touring, going to represent their country. And I made sure the food was strange. The food was strange. It was pasta. It wasn't the rice and peas and chicken and curry goat and those things and curry chicken that they used to eat. And now that I'm talking to you, I remember going into the university dorm kitchen, that canteen, dining room, and being in front of them, and I would taste everything. And I would say, okay, you will eat that. That's okay. I tasted every single thing so that, and told them, yeah, this the green one, the green pasta, me don't think you're going to like it. But this is fine and that is fine, and put some ketchup on it. And I did that for them for the whole 2 weeks, and we bonded together. I have pictures to this day of myself and Ronish Davis and Sasha and
Oh, nice.
Nadine
Love it.
French in my bed. And in those university dorm is a twin bed, right? And they would set my hair and we would be in the bed. I really, really fell in love with the position of team manager that first tour to Canada. I fell in love with it and with them too. So, oh, there you have me on BBC.
I want the world to know that this is the OD, Mrs. Marva Bernard, at the World Championship in 2019. Like I tell her, she's not a sprat. She's a big deal.
Yeah, she's a big, big. She's a big,
So
big, big
right
deal.
here, she's being interviewed by, as you see, the press, the media, and here is a little distant, and then this is. I'm gonna see if I can get anything from the audience here.
You've got to tell me which cat Julie's hiding under, okay? So if we animate the screen, we can play. It's Julie. Okay, right, ready? Julie will hide.
All right. So before we get to you, Mrs. Bernard, I just want to acknowledge Miss Myrtleyn McFarlane. Welcome. Thank you for joining this evening, and thank you for your contribution to Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring big up yourself, all right? And interests, big up yourself as well. So as we're listening to this tape here, Mrs. Bernard, we couldn't really hear what you were saying or what they were asking you. I was hearing mostly the commentator. So what was happening here?
Okay, this interview took place after we lost the match to South Africa. Amma Agizi, her name always, her surname gives me a problem. She's the redhead. She asked if I would come and talk about, the girls next, what I thought was going to happen the next match. And then, of course, there was a lot of furore about whether heads were going to roll. It was all over the media because the president had said heads were going to roll. And let me tell you something, I have to laugh at myself. I prepared for that question. You have to be prepared when I was a girl guide. So anyway, they didn't touch that, but they asked me about the girls and how I think they would perform the next time. And I said, look, we have a high school in Jamaica called Kingston College. And their motto is the brave may fall, but never yield. And so my girls are going to come out tomorrow, like Casey, and battle their way. They're going to take on England and they're going to do their best out there to defeat England. So they're not going to just fold up and die. They will come out and give a good account of themselves. So that basically was what I was saying to them. Yeah, we lost yesterday, but that's gone. England is cool. We're going to face today. And we surely will be taking it to England. We never really take it to them, because they beat it. But still, we are. I couldn't go there and begin to salimon. I was quaking in my shoes because I know how difficult it was going to be for them to, without the kind of support that they needed in Liverpool, which is emotional support to get them back into a frame of mind that they can. But anyway, I boost them up as they expected, and I just said they are going to come out like Casey, fighting. So that's basically what I was telling them. Don't give up on us yet. Yeah, we lost to South Africa, but watch us tomorrow. We're gonna do much better. Watch us later on in the day, because I think it was the day after the South Africa match. So I was happy to do that. That's another experience, which this life is about experiences, right? So here was and guess what? I don't get to play on the main stage court, but I was down there being interviewed. So I guess
that's a big deal, Miss Bernard.
It's a big deal. As I tell you, I can't play, but I'm staying in the game, even on the sidelines, being interviewed like a player.
Right. So, Angie, you know anything about netball?
Nope. I never, growing up in Jamaica, clear, growing up in the country, the only thing I'm used to is soccer, which them call football, and cricket.
It's the other way around. It's football that they call soccer.
Yeah. So and not we call what we call baseball.
Softball, something like that, probably.
Yeah, but I never know anything about netball. Then they used to they do the other one with the little ping pong thing.
Table tennis.
Yeah, that's the only thing I know of. I didn't know about netball till I came here.
So Miss Tushy, was she okay?
I came here when I was 17. I really don't know nothing.
So you grew up in Jamaica?
I grew up. I spent 16 years there.
Wow.
Which school you went to?
I never know anything about netball, Miss Bernard. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know all the other little sports. I love track and field, so I always watch track and field. So I watch them play on the beach. The tennis, the volleyball. They call it volleyball, right?
Beach volleyball, yes.
That's what I know, but I don't know nothing about netball.
Okay, well, all right. Hush, not your fault. It's where we hang out with. So you're hanging out with the right people.
You need to probably tell her a little bit about
netball. You know how it is when you grow up with older folks. I grew up with my grandmother, so you never really get to go anywhere, really. You get to go to church.
Your grandmother must have wasn't like me.
Exactly, because I grew up with my grandmother.
Need to take you everywhere and expose you. Which school you went to?
I went to Golden Grove's all-age school, and then I came here before I would go to Fern Court, so I came here.
Oh,
And
if you had gone to Fern Court, you'd have probably been
yeah,
exposed to netball.
exactly. So grow up with them. You go to church and school and come home, and that's it. And you wear your long dress. You can't wear shorts. The only time I get to wear my shorts was sports day, and that was it.
Well, listen, you gotta tell her something about netball, a thing or two. Pass
Netball
on.
is like basketball without the backboard. That's the easiest way to tell you. It's like basketball without the backboard.
Okay.
And it's a very fast game. It's faster than basketball, I think. You know, you can dribble and slow down and walk with the ball in basketball. You can't do that with netball. So we know it. We have I understand that studies have been done to show it's much faster than basketball, but it's a really exciting game to watch when it's played at
Okay.
that level.
Good to
Yes.
know.
So, Miss Bernard, how many people play on the court and the different positions?
7 persons on the court at any one time. So you have the goal attack and the goal shooter, and only those can shoot the baskets, unlike basketball. You have a center in the middle. You have a wing attack. You have a wing defense. You have goal defense and goalkeeper. And the only persons who can go in the circle are the goalkeeper and the goal defense, and the goal shooter and the goal attack.
All
And the
right.
ball starts back in the center all the time, after a goal is scored. I think in basketball it starts on the back line, right?
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
basketball, yes, it starts on the back
Yeah,
line. You are
right.
correct. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the netball, because I used to play goal defense sometimes, goal for my high school, I was the goal attack, and sometimes the wing defense, and then that's the Carter College. I represented them for
Okay.
a number of years. And then when I went to National Commercial Bank, I actually represented for them as well in Business House.
Business house.
Yes.
And you were a Miss Business House, but
Yes.
with that
I'm
name
gonna
you
show
would
them that
have.
later on. Yes. I gotta show them that later on. Oh yes. You know, I gotta let them know that me no squabs neither.
You're too funny, Cleopatra. I love that squabs. What's it? Squabs is young
Yes,
people term, you know.
yes.
And if I tried to use it, they would laugh, you know. They'll say, Miss, what is that you saying, right? And
Right.
these girls keep me young. They still keep me young, you know.
They do, right?
Yes, yeah, they do. They really are good girls, good ladies now, but they are sunshine girls. So the girls is a capital G, you
Mhm.
know. So they really, and I have had a number of them as my team when I travel. I've managed this under 21. I have also managed the Sunshine Girls. So that's a tournament in Barbados that we had in 2018.
Wow.
After a tournament in Barbados, this time I'm now just getting ready to take office after the end of the championship. That's the
And
Barbados. Oh, that's Shamira and Stacy. I'm not sure who are the other 2 people. They look like Fijians, but that's our Sarah goalkeeper who is now working in Australia, and Stacy and Facey, our goal defender.
Wow.
okay, and then we have some
Yes.
right here. This is our peoples. I'm sure
Oh, that's Romelda. Famous Romelda Aiken, the first player to have gone down under to work in the professional league. Romelda Aiken.
okay.
Yes. Oh, and these are some of them. I wanted to have them in a collage like this, so they all sent me their pictures. And this is, we have two Caribbean girls. One, I think, just no, these are all Jamaicans, I think.
Looks like
Yes, Malaysia Kelly, Nicole Aiken Pinnock, Vangelie Williams, Chantal Slater, Vanessa Walker, Katie and Dehaney, and I'm not sure who is up at the top as goalkeeper. So it could be Samantha Wallace.
okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And
So
we
these are girls from the Americas who who were, oh, this was a 2018 collage. So these are the girls from the Americas who were actually working in one of the in England and in Australia and in New Zealand.
Okay.
Nice.
So these are actual
Romelda.
pictures.
These are all girls.
Yeah, I love it.
That's Romelda and Katie.
Mm.
I love it. And
Nice. Love it.
there's another one here too.
That's Shamera and Stacyan still.
Mhm.
Yes.
Okay, guys, so you see some of the pictures in action. Like a lot of people used to ask me, what is netball, when I first came in the United States to attend school. And I had to explain to them that it's something similar to basketball, but it's a non contact sport with 7
Oh,
players on each team.
careful how you use that word now.
Really? So the
Let,
rules.
let, me, let, me, let, me, let me say something to you. Picture this. The goal attack is charging down for the ball, and there's a ball in the air, and the goal attack and the goal defense are going for it.
Mhm.
Is
Wow.
that going to be ending up as a non-contact sport? I think we use the word non-contact. It cannot be deliberate, but I struggle to understand. The game has evolved anyway. It's
Right.
so fast. Thank God they're playing on sprung wooden floor, because when the bodies hit that floor, you hear boom,
Oh.
boom, and so it's because of the speed of the game and the
Mm-hmm.
speed at which the ball is thrown, and the players are going for that ball. There's going to be some contact.
Which
Wow.
There's
That's
going to be
that's
some
what I used
contact.
to say. I used to say, why did they always say it's a non-contact sports? Because there's, especially when you have some terrible centers who's strong and sturdy, and they go into the charging for that ball, you know.
wow.
Look, every position in the game today, even the goal shooter position or the goalkeeper position, is likely to be going very fast for that ball, and contact is inevitable, but it cannot be a deliberate contact. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not au fait with the rules, I'm not an umpire, but when you watch a game for an hour, there is contact.
Right.
And there is inevitable contact because the game is so fast.
Man, I wish growing up, Miss Bernard, there was women cricket, because that's one of my favorite sport. Man, my brothers used to play cricket, and man, I always beat them.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Netball is my game. Cricket,
Netball is
for
your
me,
game.
is I know everybody has their sport, but cricket to me is a slower game. You
Yeah.
know, I have been to cricket matches and fallen asleep.
Oh,
And I know that I have friends who are cricket fans who laugh at me, but really, because the game has slow patches, and then my husband tells me for the one day cricket or the all limited overs, it's a faster game. But the 4 day one, you have to have patience and you have to stay at the wicket. Now, while he's staying at the wicket, me reading a book and me falling asleep.
yeah. Maybe because I kind
I'm
of
an
grew up.
instant,
Yeah.
have to get the result quick. Can't wait for 4 days.
Yeah.
Can't wait
That's
for 4 days. I
true.
can barely wait for an hour.
Yeah, maybe
Can
because I
barely
kind
wait
of
for
grew
an
up
hour.
too. I kind of grew up with cricket because my grandfather used to watch. Did you remember Lawrence Rowe?
Oh yes.
Oh gosh,
I know the names,
that was
because I
my
read the book. I
yeah, that
read
was
the
my
news. I read the
grandfather's favorite player.
newspaper, and I
Yep,
watch TV.
yep. I remember the picture in the house with the autograph with the picture that he gave my grandpa. So I used to
The
sit there and
grandpa must have
listen.
cherished that thing.
Oh yes, he did. He sure did. God rest his soul.
But you know, I used to say, Cleo is my name, netball is my game. I got goal on my mind. Whoopsie all the time.
You go, girl. You
Oh.
go, girl. Go,
Well, you know,
girl.
I just wanted to show them too, because I'm gonna get down in it with you, Miss Marva, get down in the business, because as a person who loves finance, like I want to know. So this is me, 2004, guys, and this is Miss BHNA. I
Wow.
Let me tell you how this one started real quick, because it's not about me tonight. It's about Mrs. Marva Bernard OD, who's talking about her her ins and outs and pivoting moments in netball. So this is me. I was at National Commercial Bank at the moment working, and I was on vacation. I went back off vacation, went to training. Told, oh, you got to report to Miss Tita King. So Miss Tita King, she's also someone who is involved in netball, but well, then I don't think she's anymore. I'm not sure, but Miss Bernard can tell us later on. So I was like, who is this person? Like, what is this all about? They're like, oh, Miss Tiffany. I'm like, what is this all about? I'm clueless. So anyways, when I found out what it was, me being my up self and love the spotlight, was like, okay, I can do this. So I went to the rehearsals and everything, met the girls, got acclimatized to them, and they loved my bubbly personality. So at the end of the rehearsal, we had Miss BHNA big day, CVM TV, everybody, observers there. I remember Winfred Williams was there as well. And stage now, you got to be in front of a whole auditorium. I think it was at Windham or some hotel right there on Knutsford Boulevard that it was held. And I represented NCB so well. I was first runner-up, and I could show you my talent. Well, these are some of the other girls. We were the top 5. So the girl if you're looking on the screen on your left, that's Casey. She actually won. And I'm going to say this, even though it might sound away, the crowd was rooting for me and said I should have won. But because they always said certain points you get, because I was also interviewed by, as you see, Mrs. Norma Brown Bell.
That's Norma?
Yes, that's Norma Bell. And yes, so this was me.
Wow.
That was your talent piece.
Yes, so I actually won Best Talent and Best Personality. So this was me acting like a drunkard. The whole place erupted. Oh my goodness, I can't forget that. So these are the first runner-up, which is myself. Second runner-up, which is Nadine on the right, and Casey.
That's Nadine from where? Which workplace?
She was from an insurance place there on Falgo Road. Yeah, but she's in Japan teaching. Yeah, I'm not sure if she's tuned in tonight, but yeah. So that's you guys.
I used to go to all of the Business House. I used to go to them. Yes. So I was the treasurer for Business House up until 1993.
Wow.
I actually didn't want to stop being the treasurer of Business House because you see, when you represent your company in an association and in a company in a competition, you get tied to it because you're vested in it. It's your company, and you want to do so. Theda and Pam King, I served with them. I'm not sure if I did serve with Theda, but I know that Pam Chin was the president, and I served as the treasurer for Business House up until 93 when I left to go and serve the Jamaica Netball Association. I thought I could do both, and Mrs. Rowan said, no, Marva, you can't do both. You just have to give up one. So I gave up Business House and went with her to JNA. And I served JNA as treasurer for 12 years from 1993 to 2005.
Wow, that's awesome.
So you were both doing the finances, because and also, like you said earlier, getting the shirts, the bibs, all of that. So you were still partaking. So did you actually play as a little girl when you were going to school?
Let me tell you, every time somebody slimmer than me came, they called me because they wanted to win. And I didn't play much at Excelsior. I used to umpire. But when I got here to Jamaica, I really began to play. I played goalkeeper. I can't run up and down outside, So I use a small circle space, right? But then my friends wanted to win, right? And although they loved me, like cook food, they knew that I was not the strongest goalkeeper that they could find.
Right.
And then Business House became very competitive. So we got jobs for many girls who were better than me. Some of them were national players. And they came to work with Air Jamaica. and my position became even more tenuous. So I mean, my best friend was the captain at the time, Pam, and she said, "Come, look after the." And then guess what? I drove one of the only car.
Wow.
So, no, me and Pam drove the car. We had two cars. So we had to take them to training and take them to matches. Nesta Dallas was our coach, the best coach in the whole wide world. We thought, and she taught us more than the game of netball. And our friendships remain to this day. So the lessons in life for me, which I try to impart to the young ones that came under my wing and my purview when I was managing, when I was the treasurer, because when I was the treasurer for BHNA, I was also managing the teams. I became president in 2005, but I was managing the teams from 1996 up until then. I was a team manager. So I got to realize that, and I in imparting to the youngsters, you don't have to be on the court to contribute. You don't have to be on court to contribute, just to stay in the game. So like when we had an under 14 and an under 16 squad, we had under 14, most of those under 14 girls a number of those under 14 girls are now Sunshine Girls today.
Okay.
But they matriculated from under 14 to under 16. And I used my own life example to say to them, those who didn't make the cut to under 16, what else did you want to do? You want to stay in the game. Some of them wanted to be managers, some
Right.
wanted to be umpires, some wanted to be coaches. And one of the things that we were successful in doing was to get a number of them into being umpires. So we actually had a junior umpires program led by Joy Watson of blessed memory. Donovan Vincent, who is still helping me today, Dorothy Hobson was also a part of that, and Janet Guy. So what we did was take these little ones who didn't make the cut to
Yeah.
under 14 and channel them into another aspect of the game. And
Oh,
I know that if we were able to, and if things were evolved the way we wanted, we would have begun to train those who wanted to be managers then,
right.
because some of them would never make a team like me.
Wow, that's nice.
But you have other skills and you can contribute in other ways. And
True.
that's what we wanted to impart to these kids who were there at that time, the under 14. And it is something that I think is missing today. So you can't be the 100 meters runner or the best goal shooter, but you can be the best manager. And I was a very good manager.
Okay.
I
I see.
know that I was a very good manager, because guess what? For me, you have to love them to lead them. You cannot lead them if you're a servant for them.
True.
But
You have
your tenure in the netball, which even right now you're still a part of it, that speaks for itself.
I don't get involved in the direct management. I told somebody the other day, the happiest times of my life is to interact with the players, to interact with them and to make a difference in their lives.
Right.
It is
True.
never, I tell people, if it's the last slice of bread that's left in that loaf, you don't eat it.
Hmm.
You are a servant leader.
Mm.
And I want to be able to say to the whole wide world that when I served Netball Jamaica,
Yes.
even when I toured as the president, my per diem was the same as the coach.
Hmm.
Wow.
Okay.
Because the money is there to make sure that the people who are doing the hard yards out there, because without the players, there is no me, you know.
That
Okay,
is
say that
true.
one more time, Mrs. Bernard, because I've had Mr. Danny McFarlane on here early this year, January 1st, where he, like I said, he's our sponsor, and he was making mention. I know we're talking about netball, but I had to say this because a lot of times we need to see transparency in these different entities as it relates to the sports in our country.
Very
He
true.
was talking about the J3As and the whole transparency thing on his view, what he sees. So I wanted to just repeat what you just said for me.
No, I say if it is not about us, the servant leaders, it is about the athletes who are going out there and doing the hard yards. We signed on to be administrators, and I operate from a level of transparency. I would rather not eat so that my players can eat. When I toured with Netball Jamaica,
Yes.
I got the same per diem as the coach. I didn't get a different per diem because I was the president or I was an executive.
Member,
I
exactly.
have the budget today. There are certain documents I keep for
Yeah,
posterity.
you
When
have
you do
to.
a budget, when I go to a sponsor, I am not getting and look here, let us look at everything. Everything is like the slice of bread.
Right.
Mm.
Everything is like the slice of bread. If it's one slice of bread leaving the loaf, I can't eat it.
Huh.
The
Mm.
players have to eat first.
Yep, have to feed them first.
The players have to eat first. The government gave us a house. Prime Minister of Jamaica, the Honorable Bruce Golding, who was on campus, we were on campus for 3 years together. He called me one day because I had a dream at the 60th anniversary of Netball Jamaica's existence. Or the 50th, I think. The 50th, sorry, not the 60th, the 50th. And my speech was about a dream. Because the presidency before me had a dream and I continued to dream. And one of the things he wanted was a house. And let me tell you something, when Prime Minister Golden called me and took me up to where the house was in Barbican Heights, that house, we fixed it up so that when I left that house and came to my house, it would be the same creature comforts that I have in my home that they have in theirs. So I had to make sure they had cable. I had to make sure they had internet because they need to do their homework. They need courts furnish that home like HG. I
Wow,
call it HGTV.
that's
And
beautiful.
I couldn't drive out of that house and come to my house and leave them there without internet and cable. They are young people.
True.
And that home was furnished with everything that my friends could give me. My sister sent barrels with with bed linen. I have friends who have stores that have these nice. Let me tell you something. Fixing up that home for those girls was like when I got my own home and I was fixing it up.
And he was furnishing it.
Yes. So look here. If whatever is cooked, me and them eat it in the same pot.
That's
But I
nice.
eat last. There's a saying
Mm.
that leader. There's a book, that
Right.
leaders eat last. And I
Yep.
would
Okay.
like to add least. So it
LL.
don't matter if I go and share out my food and put my plate full and then make it's leach last, but my plate full and their one don't full. It's not
E-
so it go.
exactly.
That's
Even if
not
you
how
have it,
Marva Bernard manages. And I would like to tell every leader today, it is not about you. You're a servant leader. You eat last.
yeah,
You can't take more per diem than the player them and them don't have the
have
basics.
nothing.
But they're the ones who are shining, to make everybody look good.
Yep,
So we have
exactly.
to take care of their needs. Let me tell you what made me, like this. I grew up in Jonestown, Trenchtown when it was, and I went to Trenchtown school and I went to I left and came across to Excelsior. My father had a store on Oxford Street and one, but he was a people person. And I fell in love with looking after other people's children. And I have my girls were not children from uptown. I've only had one parent in my time of managing that could go out and buy his daughter a pair of shoes. I said, Peter, your daughter's shoes smash up the sneakers.
Hmm.
And he would give me money and you go and buy it and bring, and she would have Danny should have a new pair of sneakers the next day.
Wow.
Everybody else's child I had to hustle for it.
Mm.
I
Wow.
used to beg 1 foot of sneaker. Things hard. Things been hard from morning and now it's night.
Yeah.
Right.
I would ask you, Cleopatra, for since that period for me, you say you don't have enough money. I say buy a foot. And if you can't buy a foot, buy some laces
Yeah,
because one cook a full basket.
that's
Right?
right.
Right? So
True.
what I'm trying to say is that nowadays leaders must remember. And let me
Mm.
tell you how feisty me is. When I no, because you see,
Hold on, Mrs. B. Listen, Angie and audience, let me tell you something. She just said something a while ago. She very feisty for true.
Yep.
when it
You
comes
can't
to my
sleep.
integrity and my going to bat for my girls, right? I'm telling you, you make me lose my train of thought, you know. Oh, I would not, as I said, leaders eat last and them eat least.
Mm.
Right? The
That's
first,
true.
no. That home, because a house is not a house without people in there. A house is a house without people. It's a home.
Mm.
Yes.
And as I tell you, my husband, he was the man of that house. If a light bulb want to change, because he fell in love with the girls too. Nowadays, they ask for him before they even ask me or me do, right? But everything that needed to be done on that house, he was the man of the house.
Yep. He was a mechanic. He was
He-
everything.
the carpenter, he would find and he would tell us what to do.
Mm.
Right? When you step into that house, honestly, and there were rules. But I mean, for me, I want to be able to say that I did this. I can show you the books. I can show you how every single dollar that a sponsor gives you,
Yeah.
how it's spent. So when BNS was on board with us, and these sponsors taught me the things they demanded from me, taught.
Right.
Okay.
Because one thing, I'm not a bookkeeper who 2 and 2 is 22, and it's lied up beside each other. 2 and 2 is 4, and it can't be anything else if it is above each other. If it is beside each other, then it's 22,
Mm.
right? And
Right.
I operate from a position of transparency.
Mm.
I never had an annual general meeting unless the accounts, the audited financial statements were presented.
Good.
Else,
Wow.
why you going to have an
That's
AGM?
nice.
No, this is where I'm saying that my principles, I want to be able to say that I took nothing.
Yes.
Mm.
I took nothing. It belongs to the players. I
Yes.
Yes.
sign on as a volunteer. I need the shoes is squeezing me. I am a volunteer and I eat last. So if the
Mm.
bread done, me don't eat.
Yeah. Even
Huh.
if even if it's the last of the pot bottom, you gotta eat it.
And, but they have, and look here, you know what we used to do for them? I
Mm-hmm.
let me tell you what I experienced. We used to provide those who, when we were coming up, Molly was president before me. We used to make sure that the ones who didn't have lunch were on our team. We go to the school, and
Mm-hmm.
ask the school to make sure that our national players who need lunch get lunch. And most of them needed lunch
Right.
because
Good.
their parents
Right.
are not rich parents,
Wow.
That's good.
right? Their
Yeah.
parents are not rich parents and they are poor, but them proud. So
Yes.
I need to look and see who looking hungry and
Yeah.
who don't eat this and who don't eat that. I remember one evening, just towards the end of my tenure, one of the girls came from school to play a match and she didn't eat
Hmm.
and she fell sick and they
Yeah.
gave her some rehydration fluid and she couldn't keep it down. And I said, this picking not eat,
Hmm.
Mm.
and
Wow.
she don't eat. And I said to the lady who helped me to run the house, I said, Elsie, we're going to have to provide a sandwich for these girls before they start training in the evening because they can't train on an empty stomach. And
Empty
some of them
stomach.
is I was used to make sandwiches lovingly. I used to eat bread back because we didn't get any bread back. So
Right.
we know who eat cheese, we know who don't eat bully beef, and we know who don't eat
Yeah.
and
Pork or
their
whatever.
we made their sandwiches for them
That
and
is
we took
nice.
their sandwiches down to them. And so, because I saw that one girl puking,
Wow.
Wow.
one girl puking, and I said, we need to feed them before they start training.
Mm.
So we got bread. I went and baked bread, got a sponsorship from Purity with bread. And by this time, I'm hustling. We have sponsors who are buying into what we were doing and would help me to look at. I remember when we have four tall girls, Romelda, Danielle, I think Casey Evelyn may have been one of them, Malisha Kelly. There were four very tall girls out there by field. And I looked at the beds. And sometimes you have to have somebody who, when whisper in your ears and tell you, Miss, maybe Romelda put a hang off of the bed or something like that. And I went to Sealy and I said, I have four very tall girls and we need to have them sleeping properly on the bed.
Exactly.
Give me four of them, give me four extra long bed.
Oh wow, that's
Wow.
But you see,
wonderful.
you have to believe. You have to
Mm-hmm.
believe and you have to have a love. These are my children. These are
Yes.
the gifts that look, I don't have any for myself, you know. But let me tell you
Those for
something.
your daughter,
All of those,
Oh,
for
wow.
your kids.
all of those children are mine. Them grow
Amen.
big now and turn them into grandmother, right?
Oh,
Because they have their babies and they go to school. One of them daughter almost taller, but everybody's taller than me, right? But
Yeah.
it's to see when these children are then born in your hand and then they grow and they go into high school.
mm.
Let me tell you something. But you have to love them. And
Yes,
oh,
true.
I know I was going to tell you about Wild Fish. I worked at Air Jamaica for 24 years.
Wow.
At the time when flying from one point to the next for a stop member was like $20 for go Miami.
Wow.
Mm.
Yeah, and when you get discount on other airlines, you go. So I joined Air Jamaica to see the world. So when I worked there for 25 years, I saw the world at
Mm-hmm.
my expense.
Right.
So when I get into team management and traveling the world, I don't see the world already, you know.
Yeah, you
So I
don't
can
see
go on the
everything.
bus and sleep. I do not have to go on a tour. So being in sports is not about the trips for me because I tripped at my own expense.
Mm.
Right. Okay.
So
Good.
people see you and say, boy, it's a hustle. You're tired. But
Hmm.
I wanted to be with them
Yes.
because being around them gave me a sense of belonging. It made me useful.
Yeah.
I watched the metamorphosis. You know, I remember one of my girls, um, child's father, back in 2011, fell off a bike
Wow.
and he was the babysitter while she trained. And
Oh,
I remember I was going swimming the day, and swimming is like you say at Excelsior, if you know Cleopatra where Excelsior is, right?
Right.
Just giving you an idea. And when she phoned me and she said, boy, someone to drop off for the bike, and I don't know who went keep the baby for me, and I have national training, and I don't want to miss the training. You know, it's part me reach. Me reach, Ligani, drive past Excelsior, the way me turn fool. But you know, I told her to hang up the phone. And I said, Lord, me go do now, help me. Because me know she don't want miss national training, but she not nobody to leave the baby with. But you see, my friends from here Jamaica who are like my family, one of them at the nursery. And I
mm.
phone her and I said, listen to me, Diane. You get a scholarship now?
Wow.
She said, scholarship, mom. Me say yes. One of my girl them, the child father in hospital and keep up and she don't have anybody to leave the baby with and you know she needs to train and can I tell you something? You know what my friends say? Moms, bring the baby come.
Bring our come or bring the
That
baby come.
child went to my friend's school for 6 months without paying a cent.
That is amazing.
This is what
Blessing.
my friend, this is what my friends do for me.
Mm.
When I have a girl who can't pass maths, and she phoned me and she said, "Yeah, one of my friend them I help prepare our way because one of my friend give me $10,000 a month, so me send her go extra lessons and so right.
Yeah.
But she didn't pass the maths. And I call my best friend nephew and I say, look here, you want people when need to pass maths, you know, hear me now, Auntie Marva. Now it's February, you know. Is what you want me work miracle? Me say yes, work
Yes.
miracle because she have to pass the maths. And you know what I did? I gave him my house key. And every Wednesday, Tuesday, because I think if she have training Monday, Wednesday, Friday, him come to my house and sit down right at this desk here.
Yeah.
and taught her maths, take me house key
Wow.
2 day a week.
That's
Yeah, me tell you,
amazing.
so she is now. She there foreign basketball scholarship, pass her maths, and she get to go, Mr. Russell Bell, um, good math school,
Wow.
right? My friend pick me carrier. So when him say work miracle, I said, yes, help me work
Mm,
miracle. But I can sell them
mm,
because I believe I
yeah,
have sold one of them to a football man who helped me give me money every month and put money in my bank account so I could have give her so she could have go on UWI and buy her little toiletries.
that is
Yes.
That's
nice.
why we must go out and hustle for them because these girls are not rich people pick
Yeah,
me.
they don't have
I
it.
wonder sometime when them get money to buy them little
Toiletries.
incidentals or them call them unmentionables in a one
Yeah,
call when calls the
right.
heart. The
Yeah.
unmentionables, right? Where do they
Yes.
get it from?
Mm,
They're trading Monday, Wednesday, Friday, Saturday morning. Them can't even hustle a second job.
mm,
So I
yeah.
made what I did for them. I went to corporate Jamaica and got enough sponsorship to give them a stipend every month.
That is
Because
nice.
one of them said to me, Miss, me can't get an extra job to coach, like Cleopatra, because I have to come to training. So
Right.
for her to continue to train and to be able to buy her unmentionables, I have
Hmm.
to give her a stipend because she's not earning from a second job, which is
Yeah.
she has the ability to earn. See, I
Nice.
Yes.
have to sit down and love them and care for them and think of these things to do. And guess what happened? You see how them proud,
Mm,
They are
They're very proud.
very.
If them can't find a maths teacher, I can find a maths teacher for them because of
that's
the pass
good.
maths. Believe me, them can't pay them school fee. I have to show them how to pay them school fee.
Yeah, have to.
Yes.
And it is because they are your family. They are your players who have become your family.
Yes.
And I love to look after them. I loved looking after them. I loved looking about them. I used to go to a market. This is when we sending a girl away
Mm,
for 2 months or 6 weeks or how much we on a big long tour and she a baby.
Hmm.
We go supermarket.
Hmm.
We put together. We think I want them over there worrying about how the bikini over here going eat while them over there play for Jamaica. No, no.
Wow, that's just so smart.
They're not to
yeah, that is amazing.
they're not to worry about. You see, if they lose focus for a second, them
Mm-hmm.
come second. So
Wow.
when I'm sending, and this is something that I inherited from the president Molly room before me, and I
Yes.
continued it. So if I'm sending a girl to India and she's going to be in India for 3 weeks, or pick me eat out here.
Wow.
Tell me, we must put a package together.
Yeah,
Look here, these girls, mother and father, bring them, come give way to look after them.
Wow.
true.
Wow.
And not
I
because they are poor people's children, we must eat the belly full and then we
feel in the
drop boof. And
wilderness.
remember, Cleopatra, your mother was saying, you drop boof and me drop him?
On you
No,
bim.
no. And so I am very passionate about how we care for
That
these
is good.
national treasures. Oh, when look here, I had a girl who sprained her finger in fast five in the New Zealand, me and she and the physio, me the president and she and the physio, their hospital, the
Yes.
big man. Her mother never tell her, send her, look here, man, let me tell you something. See, if you don't love them, if you don't recognize that it's not about you. Remember, Andrew Watts never wants what do you call it, wax and a ball under her arm in the 1999. It's me and Liz Robinson, blessed me and her and the dog them on the road. Because we have to make sure she's all right.
That's
Yeah,
right.
We
that's
can't
right.
leave her at the hospital and me inside up set up me here or do me nails or read a book.
They said June says not Pim is
Pim is
pest.
pest.
No. And I would, let me tell you something. I would love to tell these leaders of sporting associations today, to eat,
Mm,
till them eat.
true.
Yes.
You're not to eat and you're not to go home until them all are safe and sound.
They need a word from the veteran.
Listen, man, I told you you guys were gonna get a story that is gonna
Yes.
uplift.
If you don't sign on, so go travel the world by yourself before you come take up these positions, because you're going to, let me tell you something,
Hmm.
it is not about you.
Right?
No.
Very
It is
true.
about look here. You see, when we sending them to any country,
Mm.
we go ahead, go look at the accommodation before we
Oh
put them
wow.
there. Mrs.
Really?
Rowan, Mrs. Rowan used to do that.
Oh wow.
Make sure that wherever them going in any of the Caribbean countries
Have to
to
be
play a
decent.
tournament, we know where we are staying because somebody has already checked out the accommodation for
Mm.
them.
That's
Right.
good.
Because if we can't stay there, them can't stay there neither.
Wow.
No, honestly.
Hmm.
And it to me, it just comes so natural.
Yeah.
Hmm.
But this was like I said, me did pay my way to travel, go to England, me go Australia, me go South America, me go everywhere that netball play.
Oh
So
wow.
when I reach to these countries, me can sleep on the bus.
Right? And get your
And
beauty
them
rest.
can go on tour, yes, because we do it already. We do it at
Yeah.
our own expense.
Mm.
Wow.
So only if we go take the land, share the pocket money, and them get for the week, me go big shopping, and them do have them they have shoes, them no have them proper this, them no have no proper that.
Yeah.
No,
I know
no.
you. A lot of
And then
managers really
I
need to
tell
listen
something,
to
the
this.
players quarrel about it and them grumble and them lose focus and them come fifth, six, seven, eight, nine, and 10 and third and fourth and all them stuff
Mm.
there.
Hmm.
Do think about it.
Huh.
We are all the same.
Yes, we are. But a
Yeah.
lot of us don't
This
feel.
and me get my experience from going to Canada with my little picnic them and them no know pasta. You have to eat it first
Mm.
and tell them you can't eat this.
Yep, exactly. Because they
You're
want
not
to
gonna
make
like
sure
this. We
say
can't bother with that,
it's
you're not gonna
good.
like it. Yes. Some of them when them they went look here, I don't think people understand what an athlete goes through
Haha.
to
Say it.
They go
train
through
and
a
to
lot.
go.
They
Preach
go
the
Somebody
through a
Lord.
lot.
somebody will call and say, look here, Mama B,
Hmm.
me need to talk to somebody. If you find the person for them to talk to,
Mm.
come and want them head because them nervous about them game. Them don't know if them going get picked. Them don't know if them going lose weight. Them don't know if them going gain weight. Them don't know if them going like the
Mm.
Hmm.
and you can't be judgmental on them. I don't make any apologies for her.
True.
It's all right. Because I'm spoil them. Them a national treasure.
Mm. That's
They
good.
are national. And let me tell you why I do what I do. Because I'm always looking over the fence and seeing how other teams are prepared and cared for. And since we don't have a bag of wagga wagga money to do what some of the other countries do, we must do as best as we can.
Yes.
As
True.
best as we can.
Very
And
true.
make them eat first, make them drink first, and drink up everything at them a play.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Because
Them
they
a
have to
play.
have all that
Cause me
energy.
can't catch a ball. You see the first night I landed in Canada with them pitney, yeah? I didn't know if it's a washing machine.
Wow.
And it's them help me, some of them help me flip up the bag and carry go put it in the washing machine because me promise to wash them clothes if them win the first match. You see when them win the first match when I look outside the door, I see clothes by high so. And in my yard I don't wash clothes. I have
Wow.
a machine and I help her.
Hmm.
But
Mm.
when I go overseas, I am disturbed.
Yeah.
Well, talk
And
with
these are the first time they're going.
Mm.
This is the first time them a go away. I miss me washing the clothes. Somebody made me to this day will laugh about it. But guess what?
huh.
It's them. I say when the night when them finish play the match and the food to come from down the shop down the road, who me send them? Two of them follow me. But
Hmm.
me go because them sorry for manager, because manager can't lift weight.
Right.
Manager weak like that. But them come with me to come get the food. The rest of them tired of them play.
Huh.
So when I see the things going on in sports today, I just get sad. Because
Wow.
sometimes I wonder if something wrong with me. You know? The
Mm.
Wow.
way maybe me must have fool and me think me get it wrong. I don't
Wow.
want to me want beat my chest and say me did this out of my husband help me make sure say me do have to. You see, when I was given a stipend was approved for me once during my journey at Netball Jamaica. We lost a sponsorship. You think I take it after that? No. I say it's okay. I sign on to serve.
Right.
I sign on to serve, and I only live around the corner.
And you did the best job.
I did my best. I don't know about the best job, and I get a head start, because Netball Jamaica never have no squaps president, them pass the baton to some top ranking president, pass the baton to me.
Them bounce the ball, gear, man.
Well, let me tell you something. I got a head start.
Yes.
And I made sure to build on what I get. I never tear down what I get.
No.
I tweak, refine, build upon.
Yep.
And the credit where credit is due.
You build it.
Right.
I stand up on them shoulder and me can see. Then did one go sit down there so. And since then, me stand up on them shoulder, me switch part, then did one go. You think it's me decides that me want a house? No, me hear them talk about house and more the treasurer. But I came at the right time because the Prime Minister at the time was my batchmate on campus.
Wow.
And I remember when they offered us the house, the lands commissioner had my friend and she said, "But are you lucky?" I asked the Prime Minister if him don't want to make, if him not bill to pay. Because one prime piece of real estate we get, him said they deserve it. And he went up there in that house and walked around in every room as if he must buy it for his favorite young daughter. Me call her so because I eventually get to know her. I said, Annie, Daddy walked through every room in that house. He didn't just send me up there with Minister Granger and said, go to the house to take it. He went up there. He walked through every room in the house, 5-bedroom. And at the end of the day, he said, Marva, I don't have any money to fix it up for you, but you can have it for them.
Right.
And he went outside and he looked at it. It's about swimming pool, of course, this mango. And they know me and what is in there because I haven't been there in 5 years. But you see, when he left and went back to Jamaica House and jumped in my car, I called Mrs. Rowan. And I said, guess what? Prime Minister, give me a house. He's pure screaming. And I told Sonia Hamilton, lock the office and come we get a house.
So the house, Mrs. Bernard, sorry to interject, was it part of the order of distinction that you received in?
No, I got the order of distinction in 2007. We got the house in 2009-10.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
I will have to form a company to get the house to come and go for the key. And the bride said, the lady says, key? Government house can't go to an association. So we had to quick time store up ourselves and form a company. And then a lady who always, I always find myself in the right place at the right time because God knows I'm watch over little fat people and I'm a little fat people. I met this lady who said, Mrs. Bernard, why don't you form a charitable company so that people who give you donations can get a tax benefit? And that's what we did. So that is how Jamaica, Netball Jamaica became a charity company. Let me tell you something. I'm not the brightest bulb in the house,
Right.
So, and I always know where to go and get advice and who to call for to help me. I don't know everything. As a matter of fact, I know only to keep your books good. But I can sell the netballers.
Yes.
And I can sell Netball Jamaica's transparency and fiduciary responsibility of how we kept our books. Right? So I have all of my annual reports in there and images, everything. So if you look at the covers of my annual report, they are beautiful because a graphic artist designed it. A graphic artist is not a pia cover.
Good.
Not pia. And then when I have a girlfriend of mine, I didn't know her. She came to Netball House one day. A girlfriend brought her, and she said, "Your Facebook page sucks." And my famous word is, "Come help me now." And Gina Harrison came into our lives in 2011, 12. I remember. And let me tell you something. That is why I have an iPhone. They become a watcher. I carry her everywhere with me. And she on her iPhone and her pack. And our Facebook page, and our website. Me look on New Zealand and Australia website, and I see them audited financial statements on them website. Ours was on ours too, PDF. Or me only talking when me hear them saying it because these things are done still, but I learned very early in life.
Yeah.
At Air Jamaica,
Good.
I don't have to have all the answers, but I have to know where to go and find them.
Yes.
Gina came and you see all of them Google, YouTube things and so iPhone,
Yes.
matches at stadium, iPhone upload on Facebook and Instagram and all those things. So we're taking life. And it wasn't me. I get invited to a sporting function. Me and Gina go in and share her iPhone because so the girl them up there in them shows and she and her iPhone and it gone
Listen,
across. Yes.
Mrs. Bernard, I want you to hold it right there because you're too bad
Gosh.
tonight here. Hold it right there for me. So guys, thank you so much for joining us tonight. And you're hearing from the veteran, like Angela put it, Mrs. Marva Bernard Odie. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be right back.
Yeah, man, this is Cleopatra. It's a mess with the queen. It's a mess. Invigorates and inspired. It's a mess. Yeah, man, she came and she saw. Yeah, she was a coward, but she conquered. It's a mess. It's a come join. The inspiration and the edification. It's a mess.
Oh, well.
Yeah, man, this is Cleopatra. It's a mess with the queen. It's a mess. Invigorates and inspired. It's a mess. Yeah, man, she came and she saw. Yeah, she was a coward, but she conquered. It's a mess. Come join. The inspiration and the edification. It's a mess with the tips of humor. It's a mess. Endorsed by ladies. It's a mess. Uplifting and inspiring, you know. This is original Little Kirk. Say, hey, Cleopatra, them can't hold it down no time. Good over evil. Set it.
All right, guys. Thank you. Welcome back. Thank you. For those of you who are just joining us, we see a lot of comments here. Lorna the Angel, big up herself all the way in England. Thank you for staying up to stay tuned with us tonight to hear from the netball veteran, the OD, Order of Distinction, Mrs. Marva Bernard, who served and is still serving in the netball fraternity, the AFNA. She's currently the president of AFNA. So thank you for joining us. And June, I see your comment. You're saying that she's preaching a word that's applicable to all aspects of life. And some managers need to listen to this. And like I tell you, Mrs. Bernard, you are giving it to us tonight just so effortlessly. You're bouncing it and you're just chucking it. Tonight it's just a chest pass and the bones pass. You just give it to us.
Yeah, she dropping some big nuggets.
So I also had a little video right here that I wanted to play. Right, guys? I wanted to, like I told you from the beginning, you know, this lady right here, she's a squab. She's a big deal. All right, so listen.
Ireland, who lost their opening game yesterday. They're taking on Jamaica, and Leon Mann went to meet a Jamaican side who have really been a shining light.
Welcome to the Sunshine Chalet, home of Jamaica's Sunshine Girls.
You nailed it. Marva, there's sunshine all over the world. How did you guys get the nickname the Sunshine Girls?
I think we sat down and thought about it, and Trinidad was the Calypso Girls, and then football was the, I think, Reggae Girls, and we just came upon the name Sunshine Girls, and it worked. It really worked.
Tell me how popular netball is in Jamaica.
It's the #1 sport for women and girls in this country. In 1963, the government of Jamaica made it the national sport for women. It was brought to the islands by the English expats. And we've adopted it, and I think we've done very well with it. Wouldn't you say that? Okay, now we're heading inside. So come along. This is Nicole, the laughter one. Khadija, the attitude one. This is Nicole from the country. This is our video analysis. He's there doing some work on his computer. This is one of our rooms. My teammate Chantal, my teammate Nicole, and my teammate Denise. And that's the tour for Sunshine Residence. Thank you for coming.
When we crawl, when we step, when we fall in love, I know there's nothing more we can want but to crawl, but to step, but to fall as one. All together.
In Jamaica, they don't have a lot of the facilities that we take for granted, I know, in Australia. And I've been to New Zealand and England many times and seen the facilities that they have. When I first came, we are in an indoor venue at the moment, but we were outside on hard surfaces in the heat, and that's tough. So, yeah, they do it tough here, but man, they do it well.
When you look at what the other top nations have, you guys would appear to be punching above your weight.
They have a lot of resources than us, but we're getting there, and the fact that we're still competing against them, that should show that we have something to offer as well.
Tell me about Jules Rowe.
The players love her. The results that she has gotten in terms of skilling our coaches is unprecedented. She's brought a totally different way to how our teams have been coached. They play the boys on a Friday night.
1, 2, 3,
when I was coaching the Aussie team, we used to work our butts off to do what they do so naturally. And I don't quite think yet they realise just how good they can be. If they put their minds to it and they stay focused and concentrate, anything could happen.
What is your realistic ambition going to these Commonwealth Games?
We're not going there, just to roll over and just to be a part of the top four. We're going there to make a difference and for us to stand and say, hey, we're Jamaicans.
We are looking for a total team effort to get the ball to our main shooters. If they don't get the ball, they can't deliver. So we're relying on these back home to really put the work in.
Nobody comes here not wanting that gold medal. I think it's more of a need now than a want.
What would it mean for your career if you were to do well at the Commonwealth Games?
Outsiders would see me and would like for me to join a team or something like that. So that's basically it.
Is it a dream to go to Australia or New Zealand and play?
Yes, it's always a netballer's dream to do that. So you just have to put in the work.
Some of the girls are from challenging backgrounds, challenging situations. Do you sometimes worry what they'd be doing if it wasn't for netball?
I wouldn't want to say on air what I think they'd be doing. We really are proud to tell you that all of our Sunshine Girls now are either at high school, at university, or have graduated from universities and are in careers. If they work hard on court, we have committed ourselves to work as hard off court to facilitate their on-court performance. And we know that one day they're going to do it for this country.
All right.
That is so amazing.
Listen, you heard the stories that she was telling us earlier, and this video right here depicts exactly what she was saying. As you see, for those of you who were actually watching, right, it showed where the girls were there in the house and everybody together. They were really happy. They were happy. To me, they were happy. So if they weren't taken care of, it would have shown. So whatever she said earlier, she had this backed up. I would say this backed up everything that she said. Hi, Dione. Welcome. Thank you. You love netball too. So we have the OD with us tonight, Mrs. Marva Bernard. So take it away, Mrs. Bernard. Continue.
You see, let me tell you something. That home, we used to put them up in hotels. It was expensive, but we found a wonderful sponsor, Sonia Gray from Alhambra. And for years, she kept them. But one of the things that Jamaican want them one car, them want them one house, right? And JPS gave us that beautiful bus. And let me tell you something, I taught them that image is everything. Yeah. So that bus came from JPS and believe me, and it was branded with look here, athletes like to be seen and their fans want to see them. Right? I went. Can I tell you something, ladies? I went everywhere with them.
I
Can
know
I
you
tell you?
do.
I was the president, right?
I know
And if
that.
them going to run on the sands at 6 o'clock in the morning, I am
You
taking
there.
them to. Not run with them though, but I will be like you. When they are running, I want to give them experiences.
Amen to
Come
that.
and know, say Miss Mayfish is the best, and you have to pay for the best, right?
Right?
So when them go to Hellshire to run, and I make the trainer carry them to Hellshire to run, we stay back, me and Miss Elsie and the coach, and I make the coffee, and then I go to Hellshire and I sit out there and order the fish and the bammy. And I one of them love lobster. She don't eat fish, but she eat lobster.
Miss Bernard, let me ask Miss Bernard. Miss Bernard, let me ask you a question. Um, Miss Bernard.
Yes.
The fish hut. Where? What's the name of the place that you go to Elshire to get your fish?
Miss May, Aunt May. I used to go there every Saturday morning for about 10 years on the beach.
Oh, my family have a place called the Fish Hut on Elshire Beach out there now.
Oh, well, I'm not involved with them anymore, but the ones when I was involved with them, whenever we went to do the signs was at Hellshire.
Wow.
The boss would pick them up, and it would be, look here, it's a family. So the driver, 1-6, he used to take taxi, carry them home for me before we got a bus. And now he's the bus driver. So we all go there. Because I'm getting up at 5 o'clock in the morning with them.
Wow.
Now run, but I'm making sure that their breakfast is ready by the time the trainer bring them back around.
Yes,
the trainer bring them back around, and them fish and festival and bammy and Casey lobster. Or she don't eat fish.
I said she don't love fish, but she eat the
lobster.
Right?
I have some characters, but guess what happened? This way you look back at these things and you can laugh.
Yeah.
So guess what?
Exactly.
The idea is that whatever they are doing, I'm doing it with them. Whatever they are doing I'm doing it with them. I may not be able to run with them, but if I'm getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I'm at 4 o'clock with them too.
You're there with
and I'm going out there with my coffee, and Jill is there, and Minette is there, and the trainer is there, and the other manager is there, and the physio is there, and we make an event of it.
That is good.
Because encouragement sweeten labor.
That's right.
Amen.
And I'm not asking them to do anything that I would. Let me tell you something. You see, when we got the house, I told you about the house, I called Flo Darby at Telstar. And I say, the government give me a house, and I don't want the ladies to. You can't leave my yard and go with my cable. Next thing, I want to come by my house, and me can't manage them in my house, or I'll bungalow them to come watch TV. I want them to be comfortable there.
Yeah, true.
Gave me cable. She gave me cable for how long I was president up to when I leave. 3 years straight and beyond.
Wow.
Well, I remember one night when Romelda was playing her first finals. I don't remember if it was our first finals. We hear them at movie night, So we're up at the house, and if I don't wear white, I can't come in, purple or white. Jill was here, and I'm telling you, we all gathered, and they did their hookup to laptop to TV, and we were there in our purple and white, and I was told to sit, and them have popcorn and banana chips and drinks, and I was saying, and they said, sit, Miss B, sit, and listen to me.
Night.
Watching Romelda and cheering as if it was in Jamaica, the time she down in Australia. I remember these things.
Wow.
I remember these things. We moved as one, as a pack.
Like a family.
And I wanted them to have experiences. And let me tell you about image now. Sunshine Girls didn't chew gum in my time at all. Them treat them back them if the plane land on them nowadays, them telling about them ears.
That was
low them with it, right?
Sunshine Girls. In netball period, we couldn't be on the court showing no gum, no.
Well, look here. After court, you could. You see, when these girls that grew up with me and Mrs. McDonald and Mrs. Rona, so chew which gum? It's an awful habit. So I used to go on them swallow it.
Wow.
And we made sure they're always uniformly dressed. You don't see them at training. Image is everything. The
Everything.
TV camera will come and we open the doors for the TV men to come. Jill used to do up the schedule of training. And we tell them where we're going. So if we're going down to the market, the camera know, because the people who we want to support them must know where they are so they can come video them.
True.
Yes. But
And people will see them on TV and they will see themselves and they will feel good about themselves. So when that is happening, they have to be well dressed.
Even on parade, we remember now we always have parade, especially when you have
the business also had parade, but I'm talking the national team now.
Right.
Not chaka training.
Yeah.
Today's yellow day, and the seniors wear a different color from the under 21 from the under 16, but they must be. You see the red boy them look when them training, all them have on the same color shirt and the same color pants. Many everything have on the same color socks. Like I said, socks, right? That is the image we created for them.
Yes.
That's the image. So you saw them in the video?
Yes.
Yeah. I never knew the Englishman was coming to train to film.
Wow.
But they were going to. Let me tell you something. You see, look, and you see when the age of false here now. Me used to walk with a brush in my bag.
Shut up to me.
Before them get the real hair, right? But them call it the Italian, the Indian hair or the whichever hair, the Brazilian hair, right?
The human hair, the breath like this, yeah.
When them lie down and sleep on the long flight, and them ready to them, you always find myself at the back of the plane. You know how the ticket agent don't forgive me the seat at the back so they can see how them look when them leave the bathroom. You see when them pass me and the hair look soft and the hair not look pretty, they have to take out the brush and say, come here, my darling. I mean, leave them with them dignity here because I want them to have them dignity, but want me know them pretty and them can't pretty and look chaka when they're coming off the plane.
Right.
I mean, always have my brush.
Wow.
I mean, brush them heat. Image is everything. Image is everything, and people are not going to put their money. You think, look here. Me, you see the lady in the video with the ball head. Me bring her come to teach soft skills and social graces like we used to do for the other one day before, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And she told them about making sandwich with them food and all them things. And maybe we find myself in England coming home from that Commonwealth Games and go dare to make a sandwich at the table with one of them. You know, Miss. Remember Miss Carmen said we're not to make sandwich with our food. Not to move far. She go tell Miss Carmen said me did making sandwich. But guess what?
Wow.
In my heart, I realized that they have come of age and they know how to behave when I'm there and what is the required etiquette because we taught them.
Right.
One of them went for an interview and she said the other one had on a short skirt and she said, look here, you can't cross it and you know because Miss Carmen say. And I feel good Miss Carmen feel good because they have learned. Because that is also a part of our responsibility.
Yes,
I'm a nurturing person, you know. Yep. Let me tell you something. People remember how you make them feel. I know how I feel when I put on my clothes and I feel good, and I'm not giving them anything to wear unless it look good on them. Them body look good, and they must look good.
Yes.
Right.
You know, I went to the Com Games in Scotland, and I'll never forget Maurice Wilson, coach. Jamaica coach paid me a compliment and said, your girls are most manageable, they're respectful, they say good morning and they say good evening. Because we teach them, you don't know better than nobody.
Right?
Yes.
Not because, and I'm telling you, this is what I miss. To me, if you ask me today what I love about my journey, I love doing the accounts because I don't talk back. And I got a sense of satisfaction knowing that I'm honestly reporting on how the funds were kept. And see if me as the treasurer, not try, nothing said that never. You can lead down to the cent me I go account for.
Yeah.
So I prided myself on that. The greatest joy in my journey was looking after these girls that I've met in my life from 1995 that are still there. That's the greatest joy. But the greatest lessons in life and of life is being the president of the Netball Association, the Jamaica one and the
Yes.
Americas one, because I think it brought me closer to God. Not
Amen.
once when I was doing my accounts did I ever say, Father God, is what is now. I just balance the figure, then become me know it. But you see, when I became and when I was dealing with the players, the young one, then you can open your eye. The big ones, you have a reasoning. But you
Right.
see, when you're the president, and to this very day, a day don't pass unless the Father God is what is for me now.
Wow.
Help me.
Hmm.
There's a song I listen to every morning when I walk. Made a way. Don't
Yeah.
know how you did it,
That's
but
a
made a way.
beautiful song.
I'm always asking, God is what is for me. And my girlfriend said to me, oh, look more spirit, much more spiritual than me. You know why you're in these positions?
I just love how you keep it real,
God
Mrs.
put
Right.
in
Bernard.
you so you can call upon him.
Exactly.
When you
Yeah.
were the treasurer, you leaned on your own understanding. No, you
Mm.
are the president. You can't lean on your own understanding because every day is a new trial. Well, not every day, but almost every day is
Right.
something you deal with. The people, or the work, or the circumstances. And you have to say, Father God, help
Hmm.
me here. The
Yeah.
accounts, you know, throw out the figure and
Right.
put back add it over again. Or look for the error in the accounts.
Mm.
Yes.
But when you're dealing with people of various cultures and situations and circumstances, but me here said word of Alzheimer's and dementias. So me hug it up. But I'm on my last leg now, and I have to tell you, my husband has been very patient. I mean, he has sacrificed a lot for me to do this from 2005
Yes.
until now. And so I'm not going any beyond. I've told everybody who cares to listen that
Right.
I am not going to, this is my last term as president of AFNA, my first and only term. And
Okay.
then I will go continue on to the INF board until 2023 when my term limits. And I believe in term limits, because guess what? Old people must make a way for young people to see the pathway.
Right.
True. That is
Exactly.
so true.
So
Pathway,
true.
me can't sit down in this position. Thank God for term limits.
Mm.
Yes.
This years
True.
I serve as president of
Yeah.
Netball Jamaica,
So
Right. Over a
true.
decade or a decade thereabout.
and Molly serve for 10 and I will serve for 10. And look here, you must empower the young people. Them. You know what happened to us
Yeah.
elders? It
Yeah.
becomes our life,
Uplift them.
and we don't prepare anybody to take over after we. We
Right.
sit in the position and we sit in it, and the people them tongue
Now
along out for
let's
little
move.
to get a chance.
Yeah.
That's why we die.
Yes.
And for something to grow, something have to die. But
Mm.
you really don't physically die for the next person to take over from me.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm very transparent in what I do. Worse when I'm the leader. No, darling. I don't want anybody say Marva Bernard hide this from me. No, 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 no. And you can go to bed and leave me with the books. Because I'm gonna do them. And if I tell you I'm gonna do something for you, go to your bed and leave me.
Right.
Right.
I'm
True.
I prepare a lot. I prepare ahead. I'm passionate about doing things properly. I'm passionate about empowering people, young people. I believe fervently that knowledge shared is never lost.
Talk
And
your
so
mind.
I
True.
give away my knowledge. I
Preach,
do
Miss
have
Bird.
no intellectual property on knowledge. I
Talk
don't
your
have
mind.
anything that I have to hold on to that I can't give away.
Right. Wow.
Because guess what happens? Sometimes I ask some people some questions and I see the answer them give me.
Huh.
Mm.
I say, no wonder young people put in a chair in a corner. I say, go sit down over there, auntie, and don't move.
Don't
Don't
move.
move.
Because you have taken up enough space
Don't move.
already.
Don't
You have
move.
taken up enough space already. It's my time on the dance floor now. Don't move.
Oh, God.
Shake your head while I dance and clap me. Because we do not empower them.
Yeah, but we
We
don't
we take
uplift
we sit
them.
in we sit in the chair so long that them praying for us to die for them to get a
Not
chance.
to get the
And we
Yeah.
chance.
don't and we don't share the knowledge that we have
Yeah, don't
so
share the
that
wealth, but don't
so
share the
that
love.
other people can benefit.
Mm,
And this is what pains me.
mm.
It pains me to see young people. I asked some questions the other day of some people. Have you ever done this before? Or have you ever done that before? No. I say, you have any tools?
Hmm.
No.
Wow.
Well, me have some. Okay, you see the fact that the matter that I'm so old and been around netball in the world so long, I have cultivated friends in Australia, England, New Zealand, all around the world
And
who share,
with the
and
person
they give me things.
with the personality and the attributes that you bring, those characteristics, I'm sure you draw the energy. You have that energy that
No, but no, Cleopatra. I sell people I don't know. Show me now.
wow.
Show me now. And when I get something from somebody, me say, you have it? No, see it here. Me ask, can I give it away? And invariably they are saying, Marva, yes, you can.
Mm.
Yes, you
And
can. And
yes, you
so
can.
Yes, you can.
I give away what I get. I
Yes,
have friends
you
in
can.
New Zealand who show me things and I show it up here. I remember there's a lady in Australia who gave me 100 questions for umpiring.
Huh.
Wow.
100 multiple choice questions, but we weren't ready to receive it yet.
Wow.
Mm.
And guess what happened now? COVID come, and what do you think happened?
Hmm.
Wow.
Everything is online and everything is Zoom and
Yes.
Right.
everything is online exam. Till the people them a
Mm-hmm.
learn online exam. And if you talk about it, you identify there's nothing more powerful than an idea whose time has come.
That's
True.
right.
That's why we have to die so that the young people with the young ideas can come forward
Can
and
come
make the world
forward.
a better place.
Very
Talk your
true.
mind, Mrs. Bernard.
Very
But we
true.
sit and ruminate in the position because it is our life.
Yep.
Yes.
Come out of the chair
True.
and hold the person hand and show them how.
Yep. Show them,
Show
lead
them
them.
how. Give
Yep.
them the knowledge.
Lead
Because
them.
I'm
Yep.
telling you,
True.
guess what it's about love and knowledge. You give it away and you still have it.
Yeah, that's true.
You give it away and you still have
Yeah.
it.
Nobody cannot take it away. Exactly.
No. So me ask some
Exactly.
people the other day, you ever do this yet? Like, let me use an example. So me not talk my business too much. You ever cook a chop suey yet?
A what?
And them say no. Let us say chop suey. You ever cook a
Chop
chop
suey.
suey yet?
Okay.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
No. You're a chef, but you never cook chop suey yet. You
Yeah.
get a chance to cook chop suey by yourself? No.
No.
You have a friend in China who have the wickedest chop suey recipe. And then give me, you want it? Yes, miss. So guess what? They empower the chef by giving away the recipe my friend give me. Because guess what? Knowledge shared is never lost. And
Exactly.
you feel good I receive it, and me feel good I give it way, and my friend who give to me say, yes, you can give. Never friend one time when they cook a recipe name, when the chicken name, some kind of nice chicken. And me ask her for the recipe, and she tell me no.
Oh
And a
wow.
restaurant she have, liver yard. And me say,
Wow. You know,
teriyaki chicken. And me
Miss
say,
Okay.
Bern,
share the recipe with me. And she said, no.
exactly. Miss Bernard is so true. You know, some people they cook something and bring it, and then you ask them for the recipe, and they tell you no. Like you be looking like, what are you gonna take it to your grave?
Right. Yes. Yeah.
Mm, but
Well, I'm telling you, I
Learn
have
tonight.
where I sit now in the netball world. I have friends in Europe. I have friends in Australia. I have friends in New Zealand who have passed this way before. And
Right.
anything me ask them for. Anything me ask them for that can help my region and my people, them
mhm,
happy to give it to me.
that's
And
good.
guess what me do with it? You think me keep it?
You share.
Me it way.
Yeah,
Because there's more where that come
yeah.
from.
Or where
Yes.
it's coming from. The
There's
more
more
you
where
give,
that come
they
from.
say the more you give, the
Yes.
more you get.
I sit in Jamaica and I say to my friend in Singapore, hey Cyrus, Oh, you do this? You do it already?
Is that
You
clear?
say yes. You want me to send it come give you? What me do with it? You may keep it on my thumb drive. Keep it where? Keep it away.
You know, like June Sterling is saying, Mrs. Bernard, no succession or no successful planning is a cause of a lot. Oh, no successful planning is a cause of a lot of failure.
Obsession, yes, because we sit in the
Right.
job and in the chair, in the position, and ruminate. Hey, don't prepare nobody to come take over from you.
Right.
And even when they prepare them and them don't take it over good, them still blame, but at least your conscience clear.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you what is wrong with some of us young leaders. Young leaders want to make their mark, and there's nothing wrong with wanting to make your mark. You know, I did want to make my mark, but it's the difference. You see me and plenty of these young leaders. You cannot do it without people.
Right?
Can't do it. That's
And
right.
when the young leaders come and want to make their mark, and it's them and them powerful, and they forget that these people make the difference. You cannot make your mark without people. So it becomes them, the young leader, and all of the athletes, them that doing the workout, their tongue along out to thirst.
Right?
And you drinking fine and nice. No, it's not about you. And you could die tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
And what?
It gone
No.
with you. It gone with you.
No, knowledge shared is never lost. And Wayne Dyer said you can only give away what you have. And I have love and knowledge. And can I tell you how them stay too? Some of them, they don't want to hear from you, you know.
No,
they don't.
They pretend.
There's an insecurity.
Yes.
There's an insecurity.
Preach, Miss Bernard, preach.
And I'm saying, ask me now, how you do this? How you think me did get my master's? Me did go to school and it was arithmetic. And I never know if to differentiate. And me find a friend who said to me, find a friend. I said, Margaret, you can differentiate. She said, yes, and I go back one campus to my master's. I said, come, you do it. She said, you do that and you do that. And I write it down.
Wow.
She shared the knowledge with me because I never know it. So I have been blessed by people who share them knowledge with me.
Yeah.
You see that netball house? Those were wonderful days. Everybody has to beg something. Me remember my friend Lucian Jones' wife. Say, Marva, me have a China set, you know, my daughter live a foreigner, she no want two. China set they up there.
Wow.
Yes, what me do? Look here. Fridge come, stove come, washing machine come. People were just happy to give me an IKEA. The same lady who would hang my drapes and design my drapes. She me carry up there to their drapes, nothing less.
Wow, that's beautiful.
Nothing kama was in that house, and they had rules about not eating in the living room and not eating in the chair. You have to eat on the dining table.
Wow.
And one time we picking them, the little one them come now, right? And the lady who is there, the helper, them think of them maid, you know. I mean, I like use the word maid, but I had to call them on the dining table one day and I said, come here, all about sit down on the dining table. And I asked them what to eat before I go to school. And that was something that was very moving for me because one girl said, drink water and go to school, miss.
Wow.
Because I was preparing them to go away and I tell them, I can't saltfish and fried dumpling. Where we go? So try the best and nobody give the manager no problem. What you eat? And you see, when I got to her and she said it, I got into Michelle and I got really humble. And I remember that some of these kids really coming from challenging circumstances.
Yeah.
And I said to the next one, any one of any help at home to make up on the bed. Because when I go in the picnic room, it's dark and the bed no make up. So I had to issue some rules. This is the little one, because in the little one, you can open your iPad. And then you have to bring up something.
Yeah.
I said, let me tell you something. This is the first thing. I said, this house, you don't earn it yet. You don't earn the right to be in here. You have won no championship for Jamaica yet. So you're a squatter in here until you earn the right to be in here. So let me tell you what you do when you wake up in the mornings. What, miss? The first thing you do is you wash your face, you brush your teeth.
And make up your bed.
And you know. And I say you sweep the place, you sweep the floor. You see the first time they sweep the floor? I tell you the truth of the matter. Suppose you sit there and quietly me a laugh, but me I teach them something.
Exactly.
Well, me dear, so them got the memo. Wash them face, brush them teeth, make up them bed, and sweep the floor in them room.
Well,
Because you
that's what
had
my
some of
grandmother
them have,
taught me
and
too.
I didn't separate them. Jill McIntosh taught me if you and Cleopatra is good friend, want to stay together because this
Yes,
is
we
is a
are.
stressful time. So don't put Cleopatra with me because me and she put the friends together because this is a stressful time. So me learn
Yeah.
that. So guess what? Guess when me add on to the rules when them wake up. One day me see one of them run out of the house or going at the bus. Because my office was at the netball house. And I tell the story of my office later. A man picked it up to me and they didn't charge me. And I saw this particular player running into the bus. Me stop her. Me say, come back here, come here, come here, come here. Where you going? Going to physio, miss. He said, no, why your hair look so? Back inside, image is everything. You're a netballer. Well, me dear, me had to add on another instruction. Wash your face, brush your teeth, make up your bed,
And
sweep the
comb your
floor,
hair.
comb your hair before you leave here or you come to the dining table. I have to teach them that the next thing them gonna foreign and them no comb them hair good before them go to breakfast.
Say, practice the yard before you go abroad.
Exactly.
And guess what happened? You know what I use? I use my humor. I use my sense of humor. Because I have to leave them with their dignity at the same time, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
So I will either wave the brush and them know. Then look here. When me I tell them to come, them here and they think so they think this all the while, them please. This is when them come out of the bathroom and them look, you know what the way you look pretty. Look how
Oh,
you look pretty.
you have
You
to
ready for the camera
compliment them.
now? The camera going to come and you're going to look so pretty. And I
Yeah.
always get a smile.
Yeah.
And guess what? Guess what that tells you? People want to feel good
Yeah.
about how you make them feel.
Yes.
Exactly. Give them a
I said,
compliment.
no, look how my baby look
Always.
pretty. And them
Always.
said, true. I said, yes, you look so pretty.
Yeah. Compliment make
Yes,
a lot of people so happy.
yes, yes. And I want them to feel good about themselves.
Mm-hmm.
One girl made me cry the other day because she found a picture of her birthday that we had in the netball house with the
Oh,
cake. And she
wow.
said,
That's
Miss,
nice.
she was 21. And my first birthday party.
Wow.
Don't take anything for granted with people you're looking after here. I
That's true.
celebrate birthdays, and when them birthday come, I plaster them all over Facebook. I then love them birthday. And
Oh.
when I was the president or the team manager, a birthday, miss. Come with cake. Come with cake. Because I don't know if they ever had a birthday party, but under me, them I have it.
I know.
Mm,
Yes!
that is nice.
Them is national treasure. Them belong down in some place. So since them physically can't be there, you must make them feel good.
Mm,
And I don't travel without them, and I am in the back with them.
that is
Making sure you're
nice.
seeing everybody.
Right?
Yes,
Well,
yes.
I just want my audience to know tonight, like I told them, that if they've ever felt like they are all alone or felt like there is no one there to help them, what an inspiration can do to move you from that path.
Right?
And tonight you heard a lot from our Mrs. Marva Bernard, our lovely,
It's
lovely.
what o'clock it is.
Yes, but you see, so you're so comfortable that you not even realize
I
that time
realize the
is
time.
fading away. But we love it, and I'm sure our audience, by their response, their feedback, they were uplifted, educated as well. And as you said, even with your humor and everything that you brought to us tonight, Mrs. Bernard, we are delighted. And I don't know if you want to come back, but I just want to say that we've heard about where you hail from, that you were from Panama, born in Panama, but you're raised in Jonestown. So yeah, ghetto girl too. And you spoke about some of the trials and some of the obstacles, challenges that were faced in building your netball team, with the girls, and how you pivoted, into finance because of you being Fluffy, the fluffy diva, and also how she pivoted into the international, she bounced over into the international scene that gives her that title right now, being not just the Order of Distinction title, but being the president of AFNA. And like you heard, she said she's giving it up. This is her last term. She wants to give the younger generation a chance. So this is a lady who is very considerate. She's not all for herself. And, my saying is to people that, I'm also here not to prove, but I'm here to improve. And tonight I've heard a lot. You've dropped a lot of gems, nuggets that I picked up myself. And Angie, I don't know what about you.
Oh yes, Miss Bernard, don't let me feel bad tonight. I never heard about you.
Look here, look here, look here, look here. What is you to get? I doing. Look here. Let me tell you something. You see me right here, so I have a friend who tells me that I'm an extra or of blessed memory. She always say, Marva, you're an ordinary person. Sometimes I don't even know the person who they're talking about. I have cried a dam full of tears.
Wow.
And it's on Facebook I get to realize that strong people cry, dry them tears, and get back into the ring. Can you imagine? Them people always laugh after me now. I remember they always say me, you're going to start ball for me again. But guess what? What you see is what you get. I am a very ordinary person. I love people. I'm a very inclusive person. I have no ears whatsoever. AIRS. I have two. I have no ears. My father and mother taught me. So nobody better than nobody.
That's right.
I am telling you, I got an education and I had no choice, but I had to have it.
Yes.
And I love to work hard. I love to party hard. I'm not partying as hard as I used to back in the day, right?
Wow.
But I do not know how I came off of campus with anything like what I come, because honest to God, I love life. I love to enjoy life. I'm a good friend. I have a set of friends that netball has given me. I have a family of girls that netball has given me. Them not come out of my room because God knows me can't stand pain, so that's me do I mean I having of my own. But my husband and I have all these children. Something I need to share something with you that I will always remember. That same Commonwealth game that Jill took us to in 2013 in Scotland, right? Or 14. I remember when it is 2014, maybe, or 13. And they beat England to get the bronze. And I don't sit anywhere where the camera can see me when they're playing, because I can't take them when they start crying when they lose and the nerves set me and things. So I always go far away where the camera can't find me. And this time they beat England on the wire and I couldn't look. I was hugging up Vicky Wilson, who was waiting to go on with New Zealand or Australia to play the final match. Good. And Vicky kept hushing me and said, Marva, they're going to do it now. They can't lose. Me couldn't look. Because by this time now, them aged me. And when they won the bronze medal, I was sobbing. And all I could remember is Nicole Aiken, the captain. I didn't know where she ran across the court and came for me. She came for me and took me to go with them, because they know some me are hiding them, because next thing them lose and have to go find some bench for crawl under, right? But they won, right? And I will always remember the captain running to find me. Even talking to you now was so emotional, because she didn't forget. She knew how we look here. Me stay the same place where them stay and sleeping in the same quarters. Understand? So me not a president who in a the Hilton and them. No. We are
all one.
And being around them have taught me humility. It teach me how to love. They think them easy to deal with. It wasn't always rice and peas and chicken, but in the end, we always have ice cream.
That's
Oh
nice.
wow!
Because
That's
we
I
make
love that.
beautiful.
I love how
always
you
have
put it.
ice
I
cream.
love how
That
you put it
that
like
is
that,
so
Mrs.
beautiful.
Bernard.
And people they call strike for me don't a theater I try raise money for them and them a strike over food and thing and thing and thing. I have to go deal with them.
Yeah.
Why they were my children. That
Mm.
I think all the time they all of them are the children that God didn't give me out of my
I
womb.
was just about to say that probably God never make. Well, we always hear that He doesn't make any mistake, and the fact that He knew you were gonna be so passionate and have this love for netball, where it's a group of girls, it's like a bunch of people you get right
Can
just.
you imagine if I did have one for myself, oh, my life would be a living hell because
Right.
I wouldn't have time for her. I'd be
Yes,
thinking about other people's children. What them have to wear. I mean, love look after them, you see. Love to when them look nice.
you know who you remind me of, Mrs. Bernard? I bet you never guess Angie.
Miss Louise
Miss
Bennett.
Lou, there you go.
Well, anyway, she went to Excelsior. But it's true. You see, when them clothes look nice, look, sometimes you see, look, you see, them clothes don't look good on them don't leave my yard, them don't leave with them, don't, when them going on court and them uniform is designed with them in mind. And when them get to the big team now, them pick what them want. And
Yes,
then I make sure it make, and it don't have to fit them. And because them have big bottom, them have to get the bottom part with them where it
the bibs, them.
Right?
Bibs, not the bibs, the bloomers, the bloomers.
look here. They are representing a proud nation.
Yes, yes.
Them clothes can't tight up on them and all up Charlotte because you know me easy for shame, right?
I look like Mr. Brown.
See,
No,
this
no.
is what you're doing tonight. You see, he heard your voice, so he's sitting there and he's looking at you. It's like this is it. This is her best friend, Miss Bernard, right here. This little thing right here, her best friend.
No, but let me tell you something. You see, when you have your own daughters, how you make sure them look nice. Well, it's the same thing with me and these girls.
Oh, that's
But
beautiful.
I remember one of them got a job one day for the first time in her life. And you think me for carry her go work and walk her. When we reached downtown, I said, no, this draw the line here. So cross the street by yourself. Me not crossing the street with you. Me carrying you to work for the first day at work. And me drive her downtown. And she said, come with me now. Me said, I must come out of my car and walk across the street. No, 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 no. You, me reach you this far. You look nice. You're
Yeah.
starting straight. Galang cross the street.
Mm-hmm.
What good?
What good? Yeah, come with me, no
What
miss.
good?
Come with me, no miss. Me said me no. To leave my. Me think me that work them time to you know. Me never come with me, no miss. Me say me get job for you, right? Me carrying you to the work like to going to school for the first day. Me drive all the way from wherever me pick you up and carry you downtown. And you me come out of me car and walk with you across the street. Me say, Mrs. just galang cross the street. And
Wow.
call me and let me know you reach. When
Anybody
you
wants
reach,
you to be their mother, Mrs. Bernard, you have everything that a mom.
Yeah, she have that motherly
possess.
instinct. She have that
Yeah.
motherly instinct, and then sitting here listening to her tonight, like I known her for a long time. Like I said, it's the first time, and all the nuggets that you've been dropping is like, Miss Bernard, you sitting here watching you. Like before Cleopatra said about you remind me of Miss Lou on Ring Ding. When
Yes.
all those children on Ring Ding was her children. And that's what you put me in the form of Miss Lou tonight. And I know all the audience is blessed tonight by listening to your story.
you
You
have
are
to
an
love them to
icon.
lead them. You have to know
Yeah,
say go bed hungry because
exactly.
them have to eat, have to
Mm-hmm.
drink. And
And I
them can't go to
remember
training and do have nothing for
the
drink. Them have to
leader
get
take the lead.
shoes.
The leader take the lead. So guys, if you never, for me, I will remember that the leader take the
Eat
lead.
last and eat the
Yeah.
least.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And
You
when you
know, it
eat
is
is a
so true.
figurative thing. Yes.
Sitting here and listening to Miss Bernard is so true. I have 5 kids, Miss Bernard. They all grow up now. My youngest is 22. My oldest is 34. And when I used to cook, when I cook dinner and I share their food, I give them all, and then I eat last. And that's exactly what you just talk about tonight,
But even Mrs. Bernard, I'm looking at her, how beautiful she is, and
right?
You
Thank
know,
you.
she keep talking about the discipline with the attire. Image is everything. Adjust the image, you know, and she's so beautiful. So it's like them always have a
Inside and out.
what drop from head, drop on shoulder. So she being that did you see this? Anyways,
What?
um right. So you being that beautiful person, you're always in accord, you know, you're dressed properly. You couldn't really have any pitney where look shabby and chaka.
No, but can I tell you something? Even as the president of Netball Jamaica and the president of Afna, when I'm stepping out, I'm representing, and my
Right.
husband will be the one who's looking to say, "No, you have to turn back. You can't wait because your Brazil is showing," or so and so and so, because you represent them, and
Yeah.
you cannot expect that they are good. No,
Mm-hmm.
But it was a
no.
great conversation with you, Talk Your Mind Fridays on Ladies
Mm-hmm.
Uplifting and Inspiring with Mrs. Marva Bernard OD. Listen, do you guys want her to come back? Come on.
Yes, I
And do
do.
what?
I'm sure
Bring
they
one of the
definitely want her to
girls.
come back.
Yes, so you can bring one of the girls with you when you're coming
Yeah,
back,
we
Mrs.
we
Bernard.
so
I'm not the
appreciate
president of
you.
Netball Jamaica anymore. Now it was
Listen,
2015 was the last time. Right?
you
I'm
I
sure
don't
you
have
can
any.
find
I don't
one.
have any girls presidenting over now.
you're a big deal. Big
Yep, I'm
deal.
sure.
I mean,
I'm sure one of them will come and sit with you and help you.
Yes.
take
So
one of those who retiring. And I wish you
Yeah.
could see my
Yep.
wall, especially the
Exactly.
ones with me and them. Right?
yes.
Honest to God,
Just
image is
We're looking
important
forward
and
to
character for true.
we're looking
character
forward to
and
No.
a part
image is
two. A
very
part two.
important.
You know what we did? You know what Martina did? And let me tell you something. We had photo shoot, right? For professional photo shoot, there's a picture behind there of me and of them, right? And
Mm-hmm.
we got them to autograph. A lady did it. All of this is voluntary work, and people did it just out of love. And Gina again. And we gave that away as our giveaway when we got to World Cup in Sydney. An autograph poster of all of them. No, those were days. Those were the good days.
Oh.
We never lost sight of putting them in the eye of the Jamaican people who love them. And they were always well dressed. You never see one in a pink pants and one in a blue pants and one in a red. No, 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 no. The other day,
Character
Romel,
and
can I give
image.
you a joke? They were doing an interview with Romelda on Instagram. And I was on the interview. And before it really started, she was chewing gum, hear me, but see, yeah. And you know what Romelda said? Let me swallow the gum before Miss Bernard take me on. I'm not her president nor her manager, but I felt so good here. Let me take out the gum out of my mouth. Me tell him to swallow it, and I say swallow it. Coming off of the plane, and next thing the camera pick you up a chew gum like Michael Jordan. Swallow it. And the little
Swallow
one,
it
them
up.
used to tell swallow it, you see. It used to see when me tell them to swallow it, you see. The big one, them know. You don't have to tell them because them know.
Yeah, because they know.
They know.
But I'm
They
telling you
know.
guys, my sister just joined. She's late because we're wrapping up now, but she's
Yes, we must wrap up.
character and image is very, very
How
important.
long on the show is, for when we're talking? It's a long time we're talking.
Listen, we're sure we should have normally done already, but listen, when we got conversations like these and these nuggets and gems we don't get them usually, so we have to take them. And I'm sure our audience, our conquerors, are very pleased and very delighted tonight, just like myself, who's very honored to be sitting here with the OD. You know what I was saying? Like,
Right?
I respect the governments and love and appreciate and the government's giving me that OD, right?
Mm.
But I want to tell people it doesn't define me or make me any better than you. It is a reward and an acknowledgement for the service, the support that the government gave me. But me, as an ordinary person like you and me cry like hell. Me finger cut it bleed and me
Well,
have
well,
me
we
have
said.
stress and me hair white and me sometimes I say, what is coming on, father? I mean, I have my girls to go sit down and make them give me to joke when things get tough. Some just come home,
Exactly,
come watch
Malachi.
Netflix and cry and say, Father God, solve the one for me now, no?
I
Well,
It's
know.
true.
Miss Bernard, guess what? OD in with me tonight, Odie meet the ordinary diva. Okay,
Ah,
I love that.
the
Oh, there are
ordinary
distinct and
diva.
diva. No, and I have to be a diva because my girls are out there, and even people still associate me with the brand,
Yeah,
and brand is very important. Brand image.
yes,
right.
Brand
character
image is
and
their
image.
image. And let me tell you something. You see me as I'm number one volunteer. Every organization I lead, I am the number one volunteer.
That's beautiful.
I'm the number one volunteer.
Mm.
I'd rather go to my bed hungry than deprive the organization of something. And I beg still
So
before I buy.
we're with you. I know we're wrapping up, but Lord of mercy, there's so much to say. So let me get in this real quick. With you being also the managing the finance of the business, the Netball Association.
Not anymore. I have a
I
treasurer.
know, right? I know, but I'm just saying. Then I'm sure they loved it, and that's why I'm saying from the beginning. I said from the beginning that they couldn't let you go because with what you explained tonight, the money was well managed. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's not like it was squandered or it was no
It
transparency.
was accounted for,
Exactly. Yes.
Yep.
audited and presented to the members and explained everything over a certain money was explained to them before them even asked me.
Wow.
Is respect that is, under
Yes.
my money.
Integrity and respect.
And when you disrespect your membership, you do all kind of shortcut, shoddy work.
You
And
never said something.
you must always expect
Somebody
of
else
me in the audience to ask the question. Because I
Oh,
always ask myself the tough questions before I go into any meeting. I ask myself, and I can be very miserable about money and things, because guess what? It's not my money.
Yes.
I'm the steward and I need to account for it.
yeah.
Yes.
True.
I need to account for it, and you are the treasurer, you must account for it.
And I love the fact that you made sure that the players, it was well spent, they were well fed, they were well dressed, they were well
And well
groomed,
taken care of.
because not a lot of sports organizations or the head of, probably track and field or athletics or other sports, in other departments of sports, so to speak. Money probably is not well spent, and people are wondering and guessing what's going on. Because remember, if any one of these girls don't shine, then probably you guys don't get sponsorship. So, like you said, it's because of the players.
Mm.
You see, after every world championship or whatever tournament or anything
Mm-hmm.
will go on, and I am there, and I only go to world championships and Commonwealth games. I don't go on tours. But
Oh,
somebody work near Jamaica, so I not pick up on a tour because I travel the world already. So when I go up on tour, I have to go. But world events and Commonwealth games, I went. And
Right.
I'm to tell you, my sponsors, the big sponsors, we don't come back empty handed. See the
That's right.
uniform stretch and it autograph, and the girls know they have to do this. And we frame it. If you go down to Sagicor now, our best dress, or whoever we had before, you will see the uniforms, gift, and we make a presentation of it. Look here, man.
All right, guys, you've had enough.
You have to show gratitude.
Gratitude is a must. Aha, sure
okay.
is. So,
Well,
we go ahead, Angie.
well, tonight we really appreciate you, Miss Bernard. We really, really appreciate you. I appreciate you, and I'm sure the audience appreciate you. There was a comment about you. Someone said that you remind them of Miss Lou, just like we was telling you.
Oh,
And
yeah,
and
there was the
and
comment.
tonight,
Right.
yeah, I truly love this lady. She reminds me of Miss Lou. And we always end our program in prayer. Do you mind close us out tonight in prayer, Miss Bernard?
The way I bother God is with all of my worries. Anyway, make us see if I can
So before we close out in prayer, I just want to say again, it's a honor, it's a delight for me to be sitting in the presence of Mrs. Marva Bernard as a fellow well, I'm not gonna say fellow netballer because if I get a team right now, I jump on Panda the court there, okay? Because it's my passion. Netball is my game.
Yeah, and I will train.
Yeah, and I was showing a picture, I think, earlier before I go,
Yeah,
just to
I
say when
see.
I used to represent NCB,
NCB.
and I just also want to shout out Waves 96.3 FM in St. Mary, making waves
Nice.
across the country, and our sponsor, Mr. Danny McFarlane. So there you go, guys. That's me right here playing wing defense. And this is Charlene Kenty. She's also on my Facebook page. This is Roxanne. I think Roxanne used to play basketball in Jamaica as well too. I'm not sure where she's right now. Actually went to her wedding before I left Jamaica. And just another few of the girls here. I don't remember what's her name right here. But yeah, that's a diva right here, the Queen Cleopatra right here. Don't play. She'll defend her thing, all right?
Angela, you don't play?
No, no,
Me
Miss
and you, my
Bernard.
dear.
I don't
I'm
play
number
no.
one cheering section. I'm the cheering section.
My
Yes,
sister says she loved
I will
netball too.
cheer.
Go on, Minerva. Big up yourself. Thank
I
you for
will.
tuning in.
I will be cheering you on. But no.
Yes, guys, thank you so much. So, ladies, you heard it tonight on Ladies Uplifting and Inspiring with yours truly, the Queen Cleopatra, as your presenter, and my co-host, Angela, and the OD, Mrs. Marva Bernard. So we're looking out for part 2, guys. So stay tuned. Don't forget, it's every Friday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to close out tonight with a word of prayer.
Father God, I want to thank you for tonight. Thank you for the work that Cleopatra and Angela are doing every Friday night. Let the words of our mouths and the meditations of our hearts, we hope they were acceptable to you,
Jesus.
oh Father God. And as we close, let us remember that everything we do should be done in love and service. Protect us from COVID. Let's remember those who are in pain from it or those who have lost loved ones. Keep us safe as we continue to journey through this year. These and other mercies we ask of you in the name of your Son, Lord Jesus. Amen.
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 Thank
Thank you
you.
so
Thank
much.
you. Thank
So,
you.
thank you for watching, guys. And if we didn't tell you, if it's your first time, we wish you a happy and successful 2021. All right. So, make sure that you go after your dreams. Mrs.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you
You
so
are
much.
welcome. We appreciate. We appreciate. Tell your husband that. Tell your husband. I'm no. I'm sure he's right there. Tell
No,
him
no, he's upstairs. He's
he's
watching
upstairs.
Enjoy, and I don't know who else he
All right,
meets
guys, we're
now.
gonna go
Tell him
backstage. We'll see you next
we
week.
appreciate him for letting us have you for tonight.